I can tell a man where they're going to be in the next 5 years by looking at 3 things: their social media browser, their algorithm, and their debit card transactions. Your social media feed will show where your mindset's at. Your browser will show the things that you're searching and are important to you. And your debit card transactions will show you where your money is flowing to. So based on those 3 things, you can dive in and find out where you're going to be. There's no judgment. We're all struggling. We're all trying to get our shit together. But if you truly want to dive in and change your life in the next 5 years, and I'll give you a bonus one in just a moment, is look at your debit card transactions. Where is your income going to? What's important to you? Where are you spending your currency? You trade time for money, and then your currency has energy to it. Where is it flowing to? You can look at your browser and see what you've been looking up lately, right? No judgment. It just tells you where you're at mentally. Then you start to look at your social media feed. You'll start to see where your mind is at. So if you start to clean up your transactions, you clean up your web browser, and you clean up your social media feed, and I'll give you a 4th one, and you start to look at the people you're surrounded with, and you start to ask yourself, do I want to be where these people are at in the next 5 years? You're going to radically transform your life. So how do you correct this? So number 1 is you start to look at why are you spending the way that you're spending. You create financial literacy. You create financial discipline. You create a budget. Look at debts and non-negotiables. And you start to invest your money in things that are going to move you forward within your life in the place that you want to be. Okay? You start to look at your web browser and you ask yourself, would you be proud if public saw your web browser? No judgment. Would you be proud if they saw your web browser? If not, change the things that you're searching. What are some things that you want for your life? What are some things that you want for your family or your future? Start to search those things. Start to look at things that are productive. Start to do research. It is found that if you spend 20 minutes a day on a topic, you'll become an expert in the top 5%. So start spending 20 minutes a day, maybe financial literacy, maybe it's the Bible, maybe it's becoming a motocross racer, whatever it is, something positive that will lift you up, okay? And you start to look at your algorithm. Where is your algorithm at? What is popping up in your algorithm? That is where your mind is at, okay? Then we have our surroundings. You're not going to out-energy the people around you. You are the sum. You've heard it since you were a little kid. Your parents have repeated it. Your grandparents repeated it. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. Because mindset is a mind set to a frequency. So the people you're around, so say you clean up your debit card transactions, you clean up your social media browser, you clean up your algorithm, but you're hanging around a bunch of low frequency people who are all doing the same activities that you used to be doing, you're going to end up right back in that same spot because it's a mindset. Your mind is set to a frequency. So you have to change your reality by changing the personality. Then you have to support that personality by changing the external reality through things you're seeing, things you're hearing, and things you're doing. But know that this is not judgment. We are all trying to get our shit together. I think we all have stuff that we're struggling with. But the key is for us to recognize that struggle. The key is for us to work harder on ourselves than we do anything else. And the key is to develop self-awareness by looking at these things without judgment and saying, why am I doing this? And what is the origin? Once you get to the origin, you work as hard as you can to correct it, and you're going to be all right.